And that's all for today's bulletin. Thank you and good night. Hold on. Sorry. Hold the camera just 1 second. Yep. Breaking news. This just in. We have reports from a local surfer. Yep. It seems we have been misled, and today we're here to set the facts straight. The whale shark is indeed a shark. Yeah, now let's head over to Cody. Cody, what's been happening?
I can't hear you! Anyway, guys, I was just totally riding the waves, having a solid session. I was getting totally tubed in. And then just out of the big old blue, there was a big, whale fish shark thing. It just cruised on by, I was just cruising next to it. And it just opened its big mouth. And I thought it was gonna eat me. But dude, it didn't. It just totally didn't have any teeth. I don't know what's going on, what's going on?
Fortunately, we have our highly renowned marine scientist, Professor Bournes, and her team to explain this in further detail. Over to you, Professor Bournes.
Thank you, Jazz. Now what Cody was supposed to say is that she encountered one of our friendly giants of the ocean, the whale shark. This marine mammal has a common misconception that it is a part of the whale family. However, it's actually a part of the shark family, and today my team and I are going to educate you by comparing the physiological differences, feeding and diet between the two. One, the gentle giant of the ocean, and the most fearsome predator, the great white shark. Both being giant sharks from the same phylum Chordata in class Chondrichthyes, they have completely different feeding mechanisms, behaviours and diet. Now, one of my colleagues will dive into the whale shark.
The whale shark is less of a stereotypical shark. It feeds on large amounts of plankton, krill and fish eggs. Being a shark, their mouths are very unique. Their mouths are composed of 20 unique filtering pads that completely block the pharyngeal cavity. A mesh layer lies on the surface of the pads and has a series of primary and secondary cartilaginous plates to support these pads and direct the water across the primary gill filaments. How do they feed using their mouth structure? Well, through surface ram feeding, whale sharks are able to swim, sucking large amounts of water into their mouths, and through a feeding mechanism using a cross-flow filtering device, they are able to ingest the plankton out of the water. Now that you have a greater understanding of the whale shark, let's dive into the great white shark. Over to you, Jazz.
Great white sharks are apex predators. In fact, all manner of prey and unusual objects are often found inside a dead shark's stomach. They're also carnivores that take no mercy against their prey. Great white sharks are capable of eating muscle and energy-dense animals because of their reversed, intermediate teeth, which allow them to puncture their prey. Great whites eat a diverse range of marine mammals, including pinnipeds, baleen whales, porpoises, and dolphins. The tooth shape alone reflects dietary preference and is often the primary predictor of feeding and behaviour in sharks. The arrangement of jaw muscles allows for rapid closure and maximum bite forces to be maintained across a wider range of gape angles. To capture their prey, sharks either ram, suction, bite, filter, or use a combination of these behaviours. While examining video footage and still images, tooth impressions indicate that the great white shark predatory attacks reveal that for both successful and unsuccessful attacks on prey, the Polaris breach was the most commonly used, whereas the surface lunge was second, closely followed by the lateral snap.
In conclusion of what my colleagues have told you, I will now review the main points of what you have learned this evening.
Well, there you have it. Now we know the physiological differences between the whale shark and the great white shark and how they feed. Thank you, everyone, and good night. Stay safe, Cody.
No fighting. Shakira, Shakira. I never really knew that she could dance like this.